على عباده الذين اصطفى أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم إن الله لا يغفر أن يشرك به ويغفر ما دون ذلك لمن يشاء ومن يشرك بالله فقد افترى إثما عظيما ألم تر إلى الذين يزكون أنفسهم بل الله يزكي من يشاء ولا يظلمون فتيلا انظر كيف يفترون على الله الكذب وكفى به إثما مبينا صدق الله العظيم وبلغنا رسوله النبي الكريم ونحن على ذلك من الشاهدين والشاكرين والحمد لله رب العالمين. Today inshallah we'll do ayah 48 of Surah Nisa, which is the famous ayah إن الله لا يغفر أن يشرك به ويغفر ما دون ذلك لمن يشاء, which essentially means that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is not going to forgive shirk, associating, ascribing partners to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and anything below that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, if He so wills, will forgive. So there's a few confusions that should be remembered. Number one, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is not bound by anything. This is a rule that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala Himself has presented, that this is our principle, that anything we are going to forgive if we want below shirk. So this is a warning for the people who associate partners with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now what is shirk? It can be of multiple different kinds. Few prevalent ones are, examples would be considering somebody a partner with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in his ilm, in his knowledge. For example, thinking that somebody has absolute knowledge of the ghaib, of the hidden, of the unseen. Similarly, thinking that my sheikh or my peer is not looking at me, I am not in his company, and he is getting knowledge of my situation, my status. Or thinking that, na'uzu billah, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam even in his grave has all news from across the world as it is happening, or he's somewhere else, or he's seeing someone, those kind of things. Similarly, the other prevalent genre of shirk, if you may say that, is shirk fit tasarruf, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the control, everything is in the perfect control of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So the things that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has control over and nobody else has control over, we think that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has shared the control with someone else. For example, the control of rain, that somebody, some peer or some wali or some magician even is bringing rain or giving us rizq, those kind of things. So that is shirk fit tasarruf. Then another one, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect everyone from all kinds of shirk, is the other kind is that is becoming more prevalent because of ignorance, is shirk fil ibadat, that the specific acts of worship that are only for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, for example ruku', for example sajda, or for example qurbani, sacrificing or taking the life of someone, an animal, apart from, in the name of anyone apart from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, or something called charhawa, something dedication on the grave of someone, or those kind of things, they are shirk. They are shirk, and this is shirk fil ibadat. So those are the prevalent kinds of shirk that we should stay away from. And also there is multiple in shirk fil ibadat. It actually comes that whenever the order of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is attracted towards us, given we know that this is the order of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and we give importance to something else at that time. So this is also a level of shirk fil ibadat, that we are giving our slavery, we are giving ourselves into slavehood of something else apart from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وَيَغْفِرُ مَا دُونَ ذَلِكَ لِمَنْ يَشَاء. So it should not be thought from this ayah that anything that is below shirk will definitely be forgiven by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The words of the ayah is that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will forgive if He so wills. So how will Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will that? The principle of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, if people ask for forgiveness, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgives. Now it should be considered about shirk as well, that if somebody committed shirk, na'uzu billah, or they lived a life of shirk, now they turn to Islam or they make repentance, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, as long as they are living, they have the time that is allotted to them. Within that time, if they come back from shirk, they will not be considered mushrik now. So they are excluded from this, that they will not be considered a mushrik anymore. So they will be forgiven by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And of course, whatever sin that we commit, it's not that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has mandated upon himself that all sins will be forgiven apart from shirk. If Allah so wills, Allah will forgive. And of course, all sins are forgiven when people make astaghfar to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وَمَن يُشْرِكْ بِاللَّهِ فَقَدْ افْتَرَى إِثْمًا عَظِيمًا. And this is because somebody who commits shirk, they have committed a grand sin, a major sin, a huge sin. And why is that a grand sin? Because you are somebody who is committing shirk is negating the key quality of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not accept any partners with him. Because somebody makes you, somebody gives you life, somebody gives you form, and then you start thanking or fulfilling the rights of someone else apart from that creator who gave you everything. That is the biggest sin, that is the biggest disobedience, the most terrible sin. Alam tara ila alladhina yuzakkuna anfusahum. Have you not seen those who claim sanctity for themselves? So this is in continuation with the people Yahud at that time. So these people, the Yahud, they would make tall claims that we are very pure people, we are very sacred people. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that, have you not seen how strange is the case of those people who claim sanctity for their own selves? So claiming sanctity for your own self, or purity from sins, from your tazkiyah basically means purity from sins. So to claim purity for your own self is not permissible. That nobody can say that I am pure of all sins or I am very sacred. Nobody can say that. Why? Because number one, almost always it is coming from kibr, which is another heinous and most despised sin by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The other thing is that ulama mufassirin have written that nobody knows about their end. What kind of a state are they going to die in? So how could anybody make a claim of them being pure when they don't know what is going to happen to them in the next moment? The third thing is that when somebody claims sanctity, they are claiming that they are doing everything the right way, the way it is liked by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And these Yahud are constantly making shirk and kufr to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, right? They are negating the very open message of the Torah and the Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, although they know he is the Nabi. So basically what they are doing is that they are, na'uzu billah, accusing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to like their state of kufr. They are accusing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala of loving this state of kufr of theirs. And this is the reason why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has used such strong words about these things. That there was other people who would do those kind of things and they would, na'uzu billah, taunt and humiliate the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But to do that and to consider yourself pure and high is something that is very serious in the eyes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, Balillahu yuzakki man yasha. It is Allah who is going to declare who is sacred and who is not. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has done that in the Quran. In Sabbih Hisma Rabbikal A'la, فَذَكِّرْ إِن نَفَعَتِ الذِّكْرَى سَيَذَّكَّرُ مَن يَخْشَى وَيَتَجَنَّبُهَا الْأَشْقَى الَّذِي يَصْلَى النَّارَ الْكُبْرَى. Those people, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has told very clearly that the people who are going to accept the reminders given by the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, they are the sacred people, and those who turn away, they are wretched, they are disgraced in the eyes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala himself has said, and here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that, have you looked at the state of those people, how astonishing their state is, that they are making claims of their own sanctity. Balillahu yuzakki man yasha. Bal comes instead, but Allah is the one who is going to declare who is sacred, who is high. Man yasha, according to his will. Wala yuzlamuna fatila. And when these people will be punished, there will be not the tiniest bit of cruelty upon them. Fatila basically means, you've seen a date seed, sometimes it has little threads on it. that one thread is called fatila. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that not even to the extent of that thread, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to do cruelty to them. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has justice and nothing else, and nothing in terms of cruelty. So these people, they have unzur kayfa yaftaruna ala Allah al-kadhib. This is what I was talking about. See how they fabricate a lie against Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So this is the lie that they are fabricating against Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala by doing kufr, and then on the other side claiming that they are sacred to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They are basically accusing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala of loving their state of kufr. وَكَفَى بِهِ إِثْمًا مُبِينًا. And this is an open enough sin. It is enough to be an open sin. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us from all sorts of shirk. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us from all sorts of kibr. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us on the right path. Safeguard us on the right path in our generations. Ameen ya Rabbil Alameen. Allahumma ja'alna min ahli al-Qur'an alladhi ahluka wa khassatuk. Rabbana taqabbal minna innaka anta as-sami'ul alim wa tub alayna innaka anta at-tawwabur rahim. Sallallahu ta'ala ala khayri khalqihi sayyidina wa maulana Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Ameen bi rahmatika ya arhamar rahimin. About 2 or 3 durus back, I had mistakenly said Inna Allah Jameel wa yuhibbul Jamal. In the flow of my talk, I said that it is an ayah of the Quran. It is not an ayah of the Quran, it is a part of the hadith, the sentence from the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ. Just some clarification, because if somebody says later on or looks at the video, then they should know that it is not a part of the Quran, it is a hadith. Allahumma salli ala sayyidina.